Just look at this close-up. Oh my gosh. I usually ask for and or agree to the items I'm being sent from TikTok Shop. This one just magically arrived. I did see it go viral a couple times, but being that I have really expensive mopping and sweeping devices, I really wasn't that interested. But I figured since it was here, let's give it a review and see how it works. And I actually ended up liking it so much. My only discrepancy is I'm not sure how to get it in without touching it. That being said, this was the moment in time I realized that I put my clean water on the wrong side of the bucket. I switched the water around and then I kept mopping. I actually was blown away by this mop, honestly. The high points for me is that it's extremely lightweight and also you can get into every single corner with this. One of my biggest pet peeves is feeling like I'm spreading dirt all over my floor when I'm mopping. And although I do have other 2-tank systems, none that gives me the visual like this where I can actually see the nasty, disgusting water being squeezed out like this. I actually feel like it's really getting clean every single time that I'm cleaning it. Anyways, this was an absolute hit for me, so I figured I'd post it. Even on my $500 device that mops and sweeps my floor at the same time, if I hit the wall or something with it, all I can see is black water shooting out of it and it drives me insane. No matter how much I clean it, I see it every single time I use it. This little doohickey blew me away.
Hey guys, so my last video kind of blew up about the way that I clean the floors in my home. Most of the comments just had something to say about how I use so much water and yada yada. Number one, this is my home, so I can clean it the way I want to, as you can do yours. Number two, this is not wood. This is like a vinyl / rollout sheet that I absolutely hate and eventually want to replace and get rid of. So if it bubbles, it's fine. Number three, I don't let the water just sit here and air dry. I actually get a brand new bucket of water. I clean out the mop and then wring it out, pick up the dirty mop water that's already on the floor, and then just repeat the process until the floor is dry.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but on my For You page, it's all minute or longer videos. So I thought, you know what? I'll take this time to introduce everyone to my sink brews. First one is the Magic Potion sink brew. It's the same as the Magic Potion recipe. Mix it up in your sink, clean everything in your kitchen, grab your flat mop, clean your cupboards. And I made a bucket of it and did the floors. Takes 2 minutes and your kitchen is sparkling clean and smells amazing. Next up is the Quick and Easy. This is one of my favorites and this works really good if you have grease that you need to get cleaned up. Same as before, clean up your whole space. I am cleaning the kitchen island, and as you can see, everything looks clean and shiny and smells so good. Last, I'm just using the bucket and I'm using the Tide borax and bleach. Clean my walls. Walls do need cleaning. It makes such a difference. Be sure to check out my buy one get one free sale for my ebooks going on this weekend. Be cleaning.
Client asked if I could come give her floors a good scrub before her Thanksgiving guests arrive. I didn't realize it was this bad until I seen the water dump.
Wow. Much better.
This is the grave of Fred Walter Oatman. On some documents, his name is Walter Fred, and on others, he's Fred Walter. So I'm going to go by what's on his grave. I knew right away that this grave was really going to try my patience in terms of waiting for a transformation, but I was not disappointed. Fred was born on November 4th, 1857. He was the third child of Isaac and Charlotte Oatman. They had 8 children in all: Orlin, Isaac, Fred, Lucy, Elijah, Lottie, Lydia, and George. George died in 1854 at the age of 3, but the rest of the children lived at least into early adulthood. One interesting thing I found about Fred's family: in 1870, Fred and all of his siblings, who ranged in age from 18 all the way down to 1 month, were living in Hebron, New York with a couple named Samuel and Eliza Huggins. Their parents were living together, but completely separate from the children, but still in the same town. I couldn't find anything to directly explain that. Isaac did work, and they owned real estate and did have some finances, so it doesn't seem like poverty was the issue. But whatever reason, they at that time weren't capable of taking care of their children. By the next census in 1880, Isaac and Charlotte were living with their children that were still young enough to live at home. In August 1877, Fred died at the age of 19. His grave says 20, but he was actually just a couple months shy of turning 20. His cause of death was dropsy. If you follow me, you've heard that word a lot. Dropsy is an antiquated medical term for edema or swelling, usually caused by heart, liver, or lung failure. Just 5 years after Fred died, his sister Lucy died of scarlet fever at the age of 22, and she's buried just next to Fred. Fred's inscription says, "We miss thee at home." The top of his grave has a banner that says, "Our boy." I'll show it at the end. Here's the transformation after just a couple months. Here's the detail on the top.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down. But you can whip your lovin' on me, baby. Whip your lovin' on me. Young MISSIONARY. He's sharp like barbed wire. She stole my heart, then she got archived. I keep it short with a bitch, Lord Farquaad. All the girls in the front row, all the girls in the barricade, all the girls in the waiting all day. Let your tongue hang out, fuck everything. If you came with a man, let go of his hand. Everybody in the suite kicking up their feet. Stand up, bitch, dance. I see it. And all the guys in the back waiting on the next.
Let me teach you the easiest way to really deep clean your sink drains without having to take anything apart. Now, at the bottom of every kitchen or bathroom sink drain, there is a curved pipe, which is normally called a P-trap. This stops sewer gases from re-entering your home and also traps larger debris from flowing further into the plumbing system, causing clogs. You can imagine this gets stinky over time. Also, speaking of clogs, if your sink is really clogged and things like Drano aren't working, you can get one of these little plungers for your actual sink drains. But to really deep clean the drain and flush out that still water and debris trapped in the bottom, I start by loosening and softening all of the residue by pouring boiling water down. I immediately follow this up with my steamer for a few minutes to further soften and loosen any of the debris stuck on the sides. And now I know there's a lot of controversy about my next step because so many people think using baking soda and vinegar together is pointless. And while yes, mixed together they basically do create a salty water, what they fail to realize is that the cleaning chemical properties are not what we're looking for here. It's the chemical action and the odor neutralizing. When combined, they create a foaming action due to the release of carbon dioxide. This helps to physically agitate and dislodge debris. Now the key here is to immediately place half a cup of baking soda down the drain and ensure it reaches the bottom where the catch is located. Follow it with a cup of vinegar and immediately cover it with a wet cloth, ensuring the force goes downward. Wait until the reaction stops and then pour another cup of vinegar down and cover it again with the wet cloth. This forces the reaction down instead of up through the sink. It will push through the still water and debris as well as any buildup along the inside of the drain. Then run another round of boiling water to wash everything through. Stay tuned because tomorrow we are deep cleaning the dishwasher.
This client told me that they Airbnb'd their home for 2 days and their guests left all of these products in their bathroom. She also told me that she has a weekly cleaner and she just needed the place to get freshened up. I almost believed her until I saw all of the buildup around her apartment. Sometimes I think people are a little ashamed of their living conditions and they try to blame it on other things. Please do not be ashamed of your living conditions. Seek the help that you need and deserve so that you can be on your journey to living a cleaner life. Okay guys, bear with me. So right here you can see that I had moved the refrigerator to clean behind it. And at the beginning you can see all of the trash that I picked up. Yes, that was underneath the refrigerator. There was also a lot of very tricky grease in this kitchen and you can see that I had to use a razor to scrape it off because no chemical was able to penetrate through it. Unfortunately, there was just too much grease in all of the grout that I was not able to complete the entire kitchen grout. But I did communicate this to my client and I let her know that this was not a typical deep cleaning, so I could only dedicate so much time to it. And here you can see the beautiful after results. Okay, now what you're looking at here is grease on the high wall above the stove. This grease was so thick that you can see that it didn't even budge. I had to use my specialized chemicals for it. And here's a snapshot of all of the hair that I picked up around the apartment. And here's just another shot showing you guys how dirty the entire place was all around. I doubt this place gets weekly cleaning. And honestly, I'm not judging. My goal is always to give people a fresh new start. I can only imagine what it feels like living in a home like this. So I can only imagine what it can do for someone when they have a fresh new home to start over in. I honestly wish I can do this a lot more frequently than I am able to. But we can tackle one home at a time. If only people would call for help. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and follow.
Let's clean some student housing. Today I walked into a bathroom with pink bacteria, mildew, mold, and more. I took everything out of the shower and masked up. I started with this brush. Oh, just kidding. I started by getting the shower wet, and then I used the brush with some dish soap on it to clean the tiles as well as the sides of the bathtub. Before you open the comments, know that I am not a mold removal professional of any sort. I don't carry products for mold removal, so I'm doing the best with what I have, which in this case, Barkeeper's Friend, the powder for the tub, and the More spray cleanser for the walls. I'm using the cone-shaped brush on my electric scrubber, and I use that to clean the grout. If you want to get a scrubber for yourself, I have it linked. Now for the big rinse. Look how much stuff is coming off. This is so satisfying. And we're done! No, I'm kidding. Close the comment section. I'm using some dish soap and Barkeeper's Friend to scrub the tiles one last time, and here's how it's looking now. I don't have anything with me, nor do I know of anything that exists to remove the grout staining, but I do have a little bit of diluted bleach, so the client and I agreed that I would use it to lighten the stains. Is this going to kill the remaining mold and mildew? No, but I'm going to clean the rest of the bathroom while it does its job to lighten the stains. Again, I'm doing the best with what I have. The mold will likely come back unless the tub is regrouted. After about 10 minutes with the bleach though, this is how it's looking. After one last final rinse, it was time to see the results. Here's the before in case you forgot, and the after. But guess what? There's a second one! Yay!
Some of y'all may not know, but I'm a full-time cleaning content creator, and today I'm gonna show y'all 5 things that I do every single day. Let's go. First thing first, I season my carpet, let it marinate, then I go in with the vacuum lines. Don't let me catch you walking on my vacuum lines, I ain't lying. Number 2, I gotta clean my sink with Scrub Daddy's Tangerine Cleaning Paste. The sink is one of the nasty places inside of the house because we dump our food in there, and some of y'all wash our perm out in it, so make sure y'all clean. Number 3 is the toilet. See, look at me struggling to put this glove on. See, that's why I got a wife and I gotta worry about putting on no latex. The toilet is my biggest pet peeve in the whole wide world, I swear for God. I ain't seen nobody nasty ass toilet, and you better clean the base too. And after cleaning, I go in with a disinfectant spray, and I ain't showing the brand because they gotta run me a check. Number 4, I mop every single day. Yeah, I said it, I got a dog, so I got an excuse. And number 5, the dirty laundry. A load a day keep them dirty ass stinky drawers away. Hey, now let me go clean my ass. Peace out.
Enough of the arguments. She sips the Coca-Cola. She can't tell the difference yet. Can't tell the difference yet.
Trying out the 1950s housewife cleaning schedule. A little disclaimer, I'm not forcing this on anyone, I just thought it would be fun. First, I threw back the covers to let my bed air out, and then I opened up all the blinds and windows. This is great for letting the air circulate, and the natural sunlight can really shine on the dust and dirt, showing you where you need to clean. Next is straightening up the living area. picking up any clutter, putting everything back, and fluffing up the pillows, before going back to the bedroom and doing the same thing there, as well as a light dusting of the dresser and the nightstands, before making the bed, which was honestly a little weird to me because I thought that this was the first thing I had to do. Next, I'm doing a quick wipe down of the bathroom, so the emphasis here is not on disinfecting or scrubbing, but rather on sanitizing and wiping away the germs and just overall making it look a little bit more tidy and presentable. I do clean the bathroom pretty often because I do find it to be the room that gets dirtiest the quickest in my house, and because it's the best way to reduce infection and illness. And then I gave it a quick mop as well. Moving on to the dishes, I did them by hand because there weren't any dishwashers back in the day, and I used my dishwasher as a drying rack before cleaning the sink. Then I gave the kitchen a pretty quick wipe down. Nothing too crazy, just some spray and paper towels. Then I cleared out the entryway and scrubbed it by hand because it has the most foot traffic, and finally vacuumed and mopped. I'm definitely going to incorporate some of this into my daily schedule because I love